How we doing today, man? This is a later video than normal. It's 1 o'clock right now. But I just finished looking at the charts. I was in a trade for literally an hour, um, and it was pretty much just break even. But happy with some of the things I did on the trade. We took one position on the Express account. I will show you guys that. And we tried to take it as well on the Combine. But we just had more room to take profit because of the Combine. But the trade we took was this 5-minute inversion right here, when we closed below, because we had taken out all these highs here. And I just feel like we generated a lot of liquidity to the downside. We are in this 4-hour as well that was starting to hold. And again, we just took out these highs here. So that being said, we just been generating a ton of liquidity to the downside. We put in these lows this morning, right here, these relative equal lows. We put in this low overnight, and we were chopping through here. We ran the highs. We put in these lows here. We put in the low here. We put in these lows here. So we had a lot of liquidity to the downside. So I was really looking for shorts mainly all day. Because of the 4-hour as well. Again, like I said, we have an SMT here at this high, and I wanted to see us start going lower with this 4-hour gap, but obviously I need a lot of confirmation because we're in a higher time frame bullish uptrend. And I think the uptrend's just kind of taken over. That's why I've locked my account. I'm not really looking for anything else. It is also later in the day. I really just can't imagine we get anything decent right here, because yeah, today was just tricky. First thing I want to point out before I go over the trade was this 5-minute chart here. This was when market opened right here at 9:30. Until we swept out this low or this high, I wasn't looking to take anything. And we'll kind of look at this on the lower time frame. If you look at it here, there's just nothing. You're getting burnt on everything. We're not sweeping lows. We're not sweeping highs. You're just getting cooked here, right? You're just getting cooked. If you take an inversion right here, you're going to get cooked, right? It's just how it goes, because you haven't gotten out of the range. You're just an accumulation, and I've been cooked so many times. That's a lesson I've had to learn over and over. So I wasn't looking to take anything there. Cool. I wanted to see us come down lower. Again, on Diego B Trades on Twitter. I posted a few things today. Go follow me there if you're on Twitter. But I posted a few things there today. The first thing was my idea. I wanted to see us come out and manipulate this low to go higher, because that looked better when we had these equal highs. We didn't get that. We start going higher. So then I flipped my bias to more bearish, right? I wanted to see something happen to go bearish. But we were just respecting every bullish PD array. Right here, this 5-minute gap, we respected it. Really choppy, still really bad price action. Today was probably one of my least favorite days of trading of all time, which is kind of crazy to say. But yeah, Trump speaking today kind of just cooked the market here. This was just hectic chop. This was just hectic. I mean, market today, in my opinion, was just super, super hard for me to get a grasp on. And yeah, it was just difficult for me to get a grasp. We never even swept this low here, which was just my main target in the trade I took. That I'll go over. That was frustrating. But let's just go over the trade real quick. I'll just pull up the execution right here. We ended short here at 9:32, so right around here. And we got out around here at 9:12. The reason I got out here, I'll kind of go over. It's really more of just a getting shaken out mentally. But obviously we've been stopped at break even regardless, so I guess I'm fine with it. Technically a rule break, but I did well holding the trade anyways, in my opinion, so I'm not really too concerned, or not too upset. I am concerned with it, but I'm not too upset because I don't know, just something about this, when this started happening here, I don't know, it could have done this and then dropped my take profit, which was right here. I was going to target lower, but then trail my stop really aggressively after here. Just in case you got like one of these candles that just rips through and just drops 20, 30 points. But I was going to try and get all out here on the Express account. I ended up closing it here. I did get shaken up a little bit. I'll just pull up the execution right now. Right here. It was 49 minutes of this trade. So really frustrating. We ended up taking this trade here. We'll kind of just zoom through it a little bit. We got in right when it closed, or not right when it closed. We got in on a 3-minute inversion, my bad. So we got in when the 3-minute closed. We got a better fill on the 5-minute. And I was just determined to hold. This was going to be our first break-even point because we didn't have anything. And I was determined to hold. Today I posted on Twitter. I literally was like, hey, if like I'm in this trade, right? I'm on a trade on NQ on my Express account, and it's in drawdown. I think I posted in a few minutes from where this was taken. I posted like right here. I was like, I'm in drawdown. I'm freaking out. I want to just close the trade, but at some point, I'm gonna have to get to a point in my trading where I can just hold my trade and I can just let it hit stop loss or take profit, and I have to just get to that point. And today I think on the Express account, I've been making some mistakes on the combine, taking some bad trades, but I think on my Express account, I've just been taking better trades, obviously because I'm way more focused or on taking a great setup. But that being said, I think I've been executing a little better too, because I was like, hey, at some point, I'm going to have to just hold my trade. I'm going to have to learn that. I'm going to have to get to that point. So why not today? Why not on this trade? So I was in drawdown, and again, this is why I have to use the lowest leverage possible. And if you struggle with this stuff, if you're making mistakes, if you're revenge trading, if you're taking bad setups, if you're forcing trades to make money, I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm so sorry to tell you this. Maybe not on a combine, but on the Express account, you do not have any right or any business to trade more than 1 micro. And if hearing that kind of frustrates you or makes you think, to yourself, oh, I don't want to do that, I promise you're making a mistake, right? If you make any of those mistakes, if you revenge trade, if you overtrade, if you can't hold your trades the right way, you have to do 1 micro. I mean, I don't really make the rules, but I would suggest that. It's probably going to help you a lot. Because, again, if you can't do it with 1 micro, what's going to make you do it with 2, 3, 4, 5 micros? Just because you can make more money. You might make more money, but you're also just going to keep building those bad habits. So I am on the lowest leverage until I can do this like clockwork. Until I can just sit here and hold my trades like clockwork. Until I can hold my trades to stop loss or take profit like clockwork. Then boom, we can increase it to the 2, and the same process starts over again. Can I hold my trades with 2 micros the same way I could with 1 micro? Because I didn't want to lose on this trade, but at the end of the day, I was accepting my risk was about $40, maybe $50, because my stop was a little bit high, just to give it a lot of breathing room. But I was just sitting on the 5-minute trying to execute, and I was trying to do better. I was trying to be more of a trader. And I was okay with the risk. I wasn't terrified because it wasn't anything that I couldn't come back from. My account could come back from a loss if we lost $40, $50. And I was happy with the breathing room on the trade. It wasn't too tight. I didn't, set an unrealistic break-even point, which was like 1 point away. And we held through the drawdown. So I'll kind of speed up through here and kind of talk through this trade. It does end up inversing on the 5-minute, I believe. On the 5-minute, it inversed right here. And technically, since I went off the inverse, it inversed back to the upside on the 5-minute inversion. And on this 5-minute inverse, my bad. And this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, it closed above. I didn't close the trade because we still had a 3-minute gap, and it was kind of just like my line in the sand. And we also had, if we go back to the 5-minute here, we also have this 5-minute order block right here that we just tapped into. So I was like, okay, I'm more than willing to let this thing play out from here and see what we can do and see if we can reject off that, right? That was my idea there. So that's why I didn't close the trade, and it pays off a little bit. It starts running lower. It starts running lower here. I trail my stop to this high now, and I wait to go break even until we take out the low. So I go break even on those accounts, and I change the take profit on the combine account, and yeah, it was cool. I was like, great. We just did an amazing job. I was super happy with myself. That was 30 minutes of drawdown on the Express account, and I handled it pretty well. And I think the break-even point was more than reasonable, just because being in drawdown like that. Also, this market needed to be more efficient, in my opinion. I didn't like how it was moving. So I was holding the trade, and look, I almost closed it there, but I then kind of just didn't really know where I wanted to take profit. And then I end up just kind of realizing that this is where I was going to take profit. And then I kind of just get a green candle, and I kind of just close the trade. But again, never would have got there, but definitely shouldn't do that. So that is the one thing I think I could improve on this trade. But just a nasty, look at this 1 minute, just nasty drawdown. Really took a long time, and then it started cooking for me. And then I see this green candle, and I'm just like, I'm kind of over it. I mentally think I had enough. I think I was in the trade for a long time. It's definitely stressful. I didn't feel too stressed. Again, I was fine with the risk, with my stop loss, but I just didn't really feel like giving up the $50 that I had in my hand, and leave my stop at break even, just so I could get that extra little bit, when I was hesitating. And also, kind of a bad thing too was that I had that combine going, so I was like, okay, cool. If I mess up this trade, I can just trade the combine well. And then we held the combine all the way to break even, which is frustrating. But yeah, we closed the trade there, we locked the account, and that's how we ended $40. And then on the combine, man, we just couldn't get it, man. This 5 minute fair value gap couldn't hold. We just had a surge of buyers come in, and I mean, I just get stopped at break even. So very frustrating. I mean, I was very, very frustrated at this point, because I just sat there for an hour, and then, for nothing on that basically. And on the express, it wouldn't have gotten me anywhere either if I held it. So definitely annoying, but I guess I'll kind of spend some time reviewing the market now. I think my bias coming into the day, or not coming into the day, but the short bias needed to be reevaluated a little bit. And now we're just printing longs again, which is just crazy. ES took out this high here. So if we look at the ES chart, something I should have noticed or should have gave more weight to, was this right here. This 4 hour gap held very nicely. Right here, this 4 hour, we pulled back to the 4 hour gap we closed bullish. This close here, I should have stopped really being bearish. But maybe that's just hindsight, right? I don't want to just act like I should have known exactly where the market was going to go. But this fair value gap probably need to get broken to see lower, this 15 minute. But again, I don't hate the trade, the short I took, but this is just very bullish, and we're going to leave these lows for a later time, I believe. Frustrating day, but yeah, outside of the trade I took, today was really, really, really frustrating for me. I was really getting annoyed with watching price. This is the first time I've been like kind of just annoyed to watch price action. I really was, because this is just horrible. We finally get this to set through the drawdown, and we can't hit the take profits. Like if it would have just gone here, I would have been happy with the trade, fine with it. We would have taken profit. But the fact that we couldn't even get there is annoying, because then it doesn't even really provide you with a great long. This 1 minute inverse is good, right here, but it's like I was in the long, or I was in the short already, so I wasn't just gonna go long when I'm literally in a position. But yeah, this was a nice inversion somewhat, but again, it didn't really sweep this low. It's just kind of bouncing out over old 15 minutes, so just kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. Weird day. Happy, though, that we held through the drawdown. I think I've improved a lot there doing that, and just kind of realizing it was going to be okay. Obviously, I'm glad we didn't get stopped out, but we were able to end the day with a small win. It should have been break even, if we're being honest. But happy that I didn't just close the trade and drawdown. I'm happy that I didn't, set my stop too tight. Happy that I didn't just close the trade. Happy that I didn't just close it for break even as soon as I came back down. So definitely a lot of things I did well. Definitely a lot of things I should do better. But yeah, man, I mean, if we just look at this stuff here today, this inversion right here really doesn't look that much different than this one, besides just the speed that we recovered through. So, like, again, this is nice, but nice for what, man? Like, I don't know. I don't really know if this is something that I really love, but it ends up working well. So I don't know. I don't really love this because we didn't really do anything lower to end up sponsoring that move per se. And I really just think that the bias looked shorter, in my opinion. But hey, what can I say? We almost inversed this 5 minute, and we couldn't end up getting that. We did inverse this 5 minute and this 5 minute. So yeah, overall, not really sure what there is to really say about that. Frustrating day, but happy with the trade. And this week, man, this week has been brutal. I really just not enjoyed this week whatsoever. I've not enjoyed this week in the slightest. Friday, let's see if we have any news on Friday. We have nothing really. I don't really think this does much, but we'll see what happens Friday. We'll see if we can get any opportunities, but realistically, I'm not really sure this week's gonna be somewhat of a miss. If I'm gonna be honest. Have we taken a trade this week on the Express? We did yesterday. We took a break even. That should have been a winner, right? And that's why the exact reason in my head today, I was telling myself, I need to do better. I need to hold this trade. I need to let it play out. Because yesterday, if we pull up yesterday's trade, where did we go long yesterday? Yesterday, we had a nice trade here with an S&T. We had this beautiful trade, and if I were just to commit to hold my stop loss here, I would have held my stop loss 14 points. I would have gone break even here, and we would have had a winning day. We would have had a big winning day. So that kind of was what pushed me over the line. Yesterday, I was literally telling myself last night, I'm like, I can't do that, man. I can't just keep cutting my trades. I can't just keep not holding my stop loss. I can't go to break even after it hits one level. So today, I think that this trade, maybe this was a shallow break even right here, but definitely a break even here is fine. So again, this trade was a break even trade that we got profit on, but I have to at some point get better at trading in terms of just doing the right thing. I have enough knowledge to find good setups. I have enough knowledge to be patient for good setups. I know when not to trade, when to trade, and I just have to let that actually benefit me, right? I have to let that actually start doing its job for me, which is, taking good trades and executing well. I'm watching a soccer game down here underneath my monitor. Thought they were about to score. But anyways, man, I don't really have anything else to say about the chart today. Rough day. How have you guys done today? You guys take any good trades? Did you like today's market? I absolutely didn't. I just really don't. Looking at this back, this is all garbage here. This is all garbage. This is all garbage. This is all garbage. And it's just tough. It's a tough day to try and interpret the market. Again, this inversion is just nice just because of the displacement through it. But again, it's not sponsored by anything besides this previous gap and this wick. But, probably decent. Guess you go break even at this high. Get a move up, hold a fair value gap, get another move up. But, yeah. What can you say? What can you do, man? It's just how it goes. There's always going to be more opportunities. That's something I have to just learn as well, is that win, lose, tie, whatever. There's always another opportunity tomorrow, the next day, whatever day you want, right? You're always going to have another opportunity to get something, right? You're always going to have another opportunity to find a great trade. That's why forcing bad trades doesn't make any sense, because you're just going to have more opportunity, right? You're going to have more opportunity in the future. So why force a bad trade? Why waste your capital on a bad trade when you can just not take a trade or stop on one loss and then come back the next day? So I need to just keep reminding myself that, keep getting better. But, we didn't go backwards today in terms of the accounts. We got better today. And that's all you can really ask for when you're doing this, is just get better each and every day. So I guess that's all I have for you guys. Oh my gosh. No, it's not. We hit 3,000 subscribers. That's another quarter, man. Tomorrow is 1 year after I've started posting on this account, which is kind of crazy. And we've gained 3,000 subscribers in 1 year. That is crazy. It is really just crazy. hopefully this next year of posting, we can gain up to 10K. That will be a real stretch, but I think we got it. If I just keep posting, if I keep getting better, maybe if I start hitting better trades, people will want to watch me more. But 3,000 subscribers, it is really sick to see. It is really, really sick to see. And again, if you follow me on Twitter at Diego B Trades, you would already seen that hit 3,000 because I posted it on there. But this quarter is from the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's a pretty sick one. Has like a little tree with some roots coming out of it. And again, these are for every 250 subscribers we get a quarter in the jar. I think my goal is 400. I think that's 100 grand. But this is quarter number quarter number 12. So here we go. Quarter number 12 in the jar. It's starting to really fill up at the bottom. It'll be crazy whenever we really fill this thing up. But we're just getting started. But I appreciate all of that. 1 year posting on this account, man. I'll let you guys know the stats, like how much money I made, stuff like that. Tomorrow I'll kind of go over that at the end of the video because I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, man, I love posting on here. I love you guys. I love this community that we're building, man. I think it's really cool. And it's cool that I get recognized sometimes when I comment on other videos. I was commenting on TJR's video the other day on one of his accounts, and on my other account, right? Not even this account that I posted on. I was commenting, and someone was like, yo, I love your videos, man. And that's just really cool because it's kind of interesting that to ever think that I'm kind of in that space, right? It's a niche. Man, my nose is itching, man. It's a niche space, right? Trading. But it's interesting how kind of close it is, right? And you can kind of be somebody in it. It's kind of like, I don't know. I wonder if I'll ever be someone that people talk about in the trading space, kind of like TJR, Justin, Dodgy, whatever, the TikTok guys, More Trades, some of those guys, like, they're just people that you know. It's kind of cool that, us traders know them. I wonder if I'll ever be at that realm of, people throw my name out, which is kind of cool. Would be kind of cool. And I think we could. We just got to get better each and every day and keep being consistent. But I just wanted to share that right on a year, man. 3,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys had a good day. Peace.